This math question looks incredibly simple, but actually it's going to reveal a lot of common math mistakes. Alright, so let's take a look at the problem. We have the square root of negative 4 squared. So which is the correct answer? A, 4, B, negative 4, C, positive and negative 4, or D, none of the above. Now before we solve it, go ahead and pause the video and try to work this out by yourself, because what most people are going to answer here as the solution is probably not going to be right. Now, if you think you know the answer, go ahead and put that into the comment section. I'm curious on how many people think A is the right answer, B is the right answer, C is the right answer, or D is the right answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through the solution step by step. Many people are going to start this problem this way. They're going to say, okay, I got a negative 4 squared right here, and negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16. So really this question is the square root of a positive 16. Okay, so what is the square root of a positive 16? So a lot of you are going to say, well, it's 4 because 4 times 4 is 16. All right, so if this is what you think, well, then you may say A is the correct answer. But what about negative 4? Because negative 4 times negative 4 is also a positive 16. So maybe the right answer is negative 4. Well, if it's both 4 and negative 4, well, it looks to me that the correct answer here is both a positive and negative 4. Okay, so what do you think here? What is the right answer? Well, I bet you a lot of people are going to say, hey, Mr. YouTube Math Man, you could see right here that both 4 and negative 4 is correct. So C would be the right answer. So the square root of 16 is both positive and negative 4. But unfortunately, this is wrong. All right, so you might be saying, what are you talking about, Mr. YouTube Math Man? Well, I'm going to explain this right now. All right, so the square root of a positive 16. What is the square root of a positive 16? Well, the correct answer here is 4. All right, so this is called the principal square root. So when you're taking the square root of a number, you're only going to use that positive version. Again, this is something called the principal square root. Now, if we had an equation like x squared is equal to a positive 16, and we were trying to solve this equation for x, what we would do is take the square root of both sides, so x would be equal to both positive and negative 4, because this type of equation is called a quadratic equation and has two solutions. So you only kind of think of the both positive and negative version of a square root when you are solving equations like a quadratic equation. All right, so again, C would be wrong, and obviously B would be wrong. So the correct answer here must be A. Well, that is wrong too. Now, a lot of you might be really upset and be like, hey, what are you talking about, Mr. YouTube Math Man? You just told me that the square root of 16 is 4. Well, indeed it is. All right, so the square root of 16 is 4. However, we made a major math mistake here. And that is negative 4 squared is not equal to a positive 16. Actually, this is a negative 16, and let's see why right now. Again, a lot of people are going to look at this expression and think that this is a positive 16, but this is a very classic math mistake. All right, so negative 4 squared. So why isn't negative 4 squared equal to a positive 16? Well, it seems like a negative 4 times a negative 4, and that's what it means to square a number, should be equal to a positive 16. But this is not what this is equal to, or this is not what this is saying, rather. So what this is actually saying, let me go ahead and erase this here for a second, is the following. This exponent right here, this power, is only working on this positive 4. So really what this is saying is, what is the opposite of a positive 4 squared? So this is negative 16. All right, so negative 4 squared is equal to a negative 16, not a positive 16. Now, another way to kind of look at this is the following. We have a negative sign here, and you can kind of think of this as a negative 1. So really, this is like negative 1 times a positive 4 squared. Now, if you know a thing or two about the order of operations, PEMDAS, let's go and write this out real quick. What do we have to do? Well, we have to do anything in parentheses first, and we don't have any parentheses, and then we move on to exponents and powers. So we have to do this next before any multiplication and division. So this is 4 squared, or a positive 16. Now we have negative 1 times a positive 16, which of course is negative 16. So as a math teacher that has been teaching math for decades, this is a very, very, very common mistake. All right, now why is this an error? Well, a lot of people are confusing this type of expression this way. Okay, of course I explained why it's wrong. So what they're thinking about is the following. They'll see negative 4 squared, and they're really kind of thinking this. They're thinking parentheses negative 4 squared. Now, if you had negative 4 in parentheses, the exponent is acting on negative 4 as the base. So this does mean negative 4 times negative 4, which of course is a positive 16. Okay, so very, very classic error. And just to kind of really kind of drive this point home, negative 4 squared is not the same thing as parentheses negative 4 squared. This right here is a positive 16, and this right here is a negative 16. Okay, so if that's the case, what is this all equal to? Well, what we have here is the square root of negative 16. Now, we already saw that A is not the right answer, B is not the right answer, and C is not the right answer either. So the correct answer here is D, none of the above. Okay, now if we just kind of think about this logically, what is the square root? Well, the square root is a number such that when you multiply it by itself, you get back to that number. So if the question was, what is the square root of 16? Well, 4 times itself gets you back to a positive 16. But here we have a negative 16. So what number times itself gets us back to a negative 16? Well, it's not positive 4, and it's not negative 4 as well, because negative 4 times negative 4 is a positive 16. Okay, so where is the solution to this problem? Well, let's talk about that next. So once again, we have the square root of negative 16, and we're looking for the answer. So where is the correct answer to this problem? Well, let's take a look at this number line right here. In math, this is called the real number line. So when you first start learning mathematics and you start learning how to count, we use what we call the real number system. So we learn by counting with the counting numbers, or something called the natural numbers. So we learn like 1, 2, 3, etc. These are the things that we can see like the digits of our hands. And then we include 0, and then eventually we include negative numbers like negative 1, negative 2, etc. And then of course we have fractions and decimals all along this real number line. So we're looking for the solution to the square root of negative 16. Where is it on this real number line? Well, we just talked about 4 is not the right answer, and neither is negative 4. So maybe the square root of negative 16 doesn't have an answer. Well, it doesn't have an answer in the real number system, but it does have an answer in something called the complex number system. Okay, so this is something that you learn in like first year algebra. And the real number system, what I just showed you here, is a subset of another larger number system called the complex and imaginary number system. Okay, so this is not that difficult, so don't be like, hey, Mr. YouTube Math Man, I really don't want to learn any advanced math here. Well, don't panic. This is very easy. So the square root of negative 16, the answer is not here. It's actually over here. Okay, so let's see exactly how this works. Again, the answer to the square root of negative 16 is not on the real number line. So this is why a lot of people get confused, because they'll try negative 4 and positive 4 and nothing works. That's because the answer to the square root of negative 16 is an imaginary number, and an imaginary number is part of the complex number system. So I'm going to spare you all the kind of details that you need to understand. And we can kind of simplify this down why mathematicians needed to come up with complex numbers, because we can't get the answer to the square root of negative 16 in the real number system. All right, so let's talk about an imaginary number. So what we have here is I, and this is a basic imaginary number, and other imaginary and complex numbers are built from this imaginary number. Okay, so again, I'm not going to give you a full lesson on it, but what we have to understand that an imaginary number, I, is defined as the square root of -1. All right, so I is equal to the square root of -1. Now that we understand this, we can easily find out what the square root of -16 is equal to. Okay, so the square root of -16, we want to think of it this way. So we want to think of the square root of -16 as the square root of a positive 16 times a -1, because a positive times a negative is a negative. So the square root of -16 we can think of again as positive 16 times -1, or the square root of a positive 16 times a -1. Now the reason we want to think of it this way is very critical, because there is a property of square roots, and it's the following. So you could take the square root of two numbers being multiplied together, or two factors, and break them up into their individual square roots. So the square root of a positive 16 times a -1 is equal to the square root of a positive 16 times the square root of a -1. Okay, so again, you can kind of pull apart one big square root over two factors, or two or more factors, this way. All right, so what is the square root of a positive 16? Again, we're going to be thinking about that principal square root. That is 4. And then by definition, the square root of -1 is I. So the correct answer is 4i. Okay, so how did you do? Well, if you got this right, I definitely have to give you a nice little happy face and an A++. Great job. But I suspect a lot of people out there may not even know anything about complex and imaginary numbers, and that is okay. My videos are designed to be educational and informative. So if you've learned something, that is great. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to relearn mathematics, couple quick suggestions. One, I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, from basic math to advanced math. But if you want to enroll in one of my full main math courses, and that's where you'll find my best math help, you can check out the links in the description. Okay, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.